I shot the three-pointer, and it swished, and my sister, who was rebounding for me, gripped her head. That's 20 in a row. Scouts will lose their minds. But then she went to pass me the ball, and suddenly dropped to the floor. I ran over and grabbed her hand, but she wasn't breathing. At the hospital, they hooked her on tubes and told us her lungs had failed. She needed a transplant, or she'd be dead in 7 days. Out of the whole family, I was the only match. I'll do it. Take my lung. I raised my hand. They started prepping me, but my dad immediately stepped between us. He's not doing it. He placed his hands on my shoulder. You're not giving your lungs to your sister. She's just a schoolgirl while you're going to the NBA. You need them more than her. We'll find another donor. I was shocked and looked at the doctor, but he shook his head. Since you're underage, we can't operate without a parent's signature. That night, Dad held up all my D1 scholarships letters. You can't throw this away. This family needs you. I told him this family needs Maya and walked past him into her room. I took her hand and watched her chest rise and fall slowly. You just gotta breathe for me. I'll do anything to make sure you breathe. Dad watched from outside and shook his head. The next morning, I dialed every transplant coordinator I could find online, but all 63 said I needed a parent's signature. Dad's hand landed on my shoulder. Don't worry, your mom's calling every hospital in the state looking for a donor right now. But when I looked over, she was playing Candy Crush on her phone. 2 days later, I was holding Maya's hand when her monitors started screaming. I panicked, and nurses instantly came sprinting down the hall, bumping into my dad and knocking him down on the way. I sat 5 feet away from my sister, watching them calling her oxygen numbers out loud while they dropped. The doctor called my parents in afterwards. We have hours to get a transplant, not days. Maya could die at any moment. My parents looked at each other, and my mom said, maybe it's time to think about funeral arrangements. I stood there in disbelief as my dad nodded and started talking about which funeral home was appropriate. I couldn't take it anymore and grabbed the consent form off the doctor. I shoved it into my dad's chest. Sign it. My dad went to shake his head, but I got in his face. Sign it, or I'm cutting you out of my life forever. You'll lose both me and Maya, and if I make the NBA, you're not getting a cent. My mom started crying, and my dad held the papers in his hands for a long time. Then he took the pen and signed. Doctors immediately prepped me, and I woke up after surgery with my chest wrapped and on fire. But Maya was in the bed beside mine, her chest rising on its own. Through the window, I could see my parents sitting in the hallway, heads down, but I didn't care. I reached out and took Maya's hand. Now me and Maya shoot threes out back again. I can't make 20 in a row anymore, but she's alive to rebound for me, and that's all that matters.